You know what the going on. What's going on, my good people? This your boy Lap Up the Entertainer, here to bring you some action with Southern University. This is going to be an interesting thing to look at because these are the rest of the officials I have to grade. It's only 2 of them left, so hey, appreciate y'all for being patient. Only reason why I had Southern and these big bands at the end because they was the most voted on, so I had to get the other bands out the way. So hey, show love to Southern, okay? So one thing I would say before we get into this is that this is just me grading, just to add some extra incentive on their grade, okay? So none of this is to bash any band organization, but it's to give some extra band feedback or some critique rather on what they could possibly work on in the future. Now, it's nothing they can do anything about it right now, but this upcoming season is in a couple months, and so hopefully they can see this video and rectify the small things, because this is more so in the beginning of the season. Okay, so with that being said, if y'all want to know what that looks like, please look to the cards next to me so we'll be grading. We're grading entrance, songs, formations, dancers, breakdown, overall creativity. Maximum points they can make all together is 25. Okay, if they able to get some creative points, they can possibly round their grade to a possible 30. So it kind of depends on what they pull out. Okay, one thing I would say, if they want to get a dub and improve their record, they have to get a perfect field show with them getting 5 in all categories besides creative. Okay, creative is just extra sauce. Okay, but if they're not able to do that, if they're able to make at least a 27, they might be able to have another dub on their name. So it definitely depends on how they perform in these performances in order for them to increase that space for them on their record. Okay, now this is a very eventful band. They do a whole lot. So I got a whole lot of respect for Southern University. So with that being said, we're gonna get into the action. We have some minor 8 to 5 issues here. We have some 8 to 5 issues here.
you say Southern University marching band, it means showtime. It is on the test list you know the database. The Southern University marching band is simply America's finest. So sit back, relax, think about this first the most exciting time of your life. As the student, the last lady, the house rocker, the rocker, oh, how we get the all people take on a ride. Could you watch now be down to jump out that sound and do what you want. Fresno State, make some noise! Come on, break it down like in Louisiana.
Keep me hyped in. Yeah. Keep me hyped in. I see y'all. That was very, very, very entertaining from Southern University, but I have some critiques. I can tell that this was definitely in the beginning of the season. Alright, so I'm going to give my grades so y'all know where they stand off on the grades, okay? They got a 4 in entrance, they got a 5 in songs, they got a 3 in formations, they got a 5 in dancers, they got a 4 in breakdown, and they got a 5 in creative. Overall, they got a 26. I'm going to explain why they got those grades, okay? When we look at the entrance, we had, the drum major did good, but then you had some people who were not stepping off like they were supposed to, and that hurts that ultimate effect of the entrance. You got to be, tight with that. Okay, now when we go to formations, we had some 8 to 5 issues here and there. Okay, so I docked them off on that, and that also ties into the entrance because that kind of leads into the drill. Okay, when we look into the breakdown, they just needed one more breakdown feature for me, and they would have been straight. Okay, they would have gave me one more breakdown feature, they definitely would have got a 27. Okay, so they were really close. They just missed it by 1 point. So hey, there's no losses with this. This all dubs if they can get it, but no win for this field show. Okay, no win for this field show, but it was pretty good. Definitely was pretty good. Let's move on. If you made it this far in the video, please consider liking and subscribing. You subscribing means a lot, and if you subscribed already, please consider liking. And if you haven't done both, hey, do your boy solid, man. Come on, let's do that.
The Southern University marching band is led by drum major, the Marcus, the showstopper, Neil. Show him some love. For SU fan, when I'll take you through a high-stepping downfield drill. Under the sound of boys, under, play. Stand to your feet, Jaguar fan, because the number one band in the land salutes you. The University.
We got some slight 8 to 5 issues on here.
Jaguar fans, please direct your attention to the 50-yard line. Southern University Athletics lost a legend on February 20th, 2025. All-American and coach Sean Wallace passed away after a long and hard-fought courageous battle with pancreatic cancer. He remained with strong, unwavering faith and battled head-on. All of the Jaguar Nation rallied behind him with hashtag Sean Strong. Presenting his family with a token of appreciation is Athletic Director Roman Banks, along with Chancellor John Pierre. A beloved mentor, leader, and friend, Sean's impact will be forever felt by those whose lives he touched. Thank you for your love, support, and prayers. Coach Wallace's legacy will live on in the hearts of many. Hashtag Sean Strong.
I know, right?
And now, the jukebox has played Hero, directed by Assistant Director of Band, Mr. Cedric Todd. This one is for you. Directed by Assistant Director of Band, Mr. Kenneth Scott. The tune is called Slow Wind. 2, Good Love by C. And now, for your recent play, the human jukebox will perform for you. My. Directed by Associate Director of Band, Mr. William Young.
that was an interesting field show from Southern University. Very different. Very, very different from them, okay? So, when I look into this, it's a very strong field show. It really was. I have some minor critiques, and I'm going to give my overall explanation, okay? Entrance, I'm going to give my grades, rather. Entrance, I'm going to give them a 5. Songs, I gave them a 4. Formations, a 4. Dancers, a 5. Breakdown, I gave them an exemption. Creativity, I gave them a 5. Okay, the reason why I gave them an exemption in the breakdown department is because they did basically a tribute to cancer. So I wasn't too big on them doing a breakdown if they did not. But I mean, hey, you know, that's just how they structured it. They gave me 3 songs rather, so I ain't too upset about it. They kind of made up for the breakdown. You know, hey, I would love to see a breakdown, but that's okay. So I'm not going to dock them off for that. Now, when it comes down to songs, now, when they were playing the songs, they had some minor attacking issues, more so on the first feature that they played. Everything else was pretty straight. When we look into the formations, they had some minor 8-5 issues in the SU when it was marching into the SU. But besides that, that was it. Nothing else to really complain about. I mean, everything was pretty much straightforward. So, yes, they deserve a dub. That is a passing grade. They got a 28, so here it is. Paya. Put a dub on their name. Well-deserved dub, ladies and gentlemen. Well-deserved dub. Okay, so this is their official record for the season. Not a bad record at all. Very, very good. Very, very, very good record. Definitely had a strong season, ladies and gentlemen. Southern really had a strong season. They might have had some encounters here and there. They probably caught them off guard, but they definitely had a strong season. They definitely did. Okay? So, I'm going to give my final thoughts. One thing I like about this band this year, they kept the intensity. They never kind of slacked up. They do have some things I would want to see change this year, though. This upcoming year, okay, for 2026 fall season. One of those things is them rectifying their high brass. They have some high brass issues, you know. I feel like that kind of held them back a lot in their battles was their high brass, okay. I also felt like sometimes they did not show up in the field show like they needed to. They have strong field shows, they do. But sometimes I feel like they did not show up as they could have had, you know. So sometimes I really wish that they would kind of push themselves a little bit further and see where that lands them. Now, granted, I know that Southern's a book-heavy band, but I really want to see them adapt new strategies for them to really up themselves. Because they got some heavy hitters every year. You got Jackson, Alabama State, and they would put it on them. They really will put it on them, and they have to make those adjustments as needed. Now, I would say that they need to make sure that they sprucing up on those books, song selections, but I mean, they pretty much had a real good season though. Outside of that, I mean, this band can go all day with intensity, straightforward. This band has the power. No pun intended, but this band legitimately has the power, and it is something serious. So, you know, I can't even give any more further critique as far as that. This is that band. This is that band when it comes down to power and having a unique book decision. Okay? Now, besides that, I would like to give a special shout out to my channel member. Thank you so much for being part of this family. It means so much to me. Have some more content coming your way. So, I really appreciate you. Okay? Last thing we have to grade, ladies and gentlemen, is Jackson State. And we just got to grade that battle with them in Tuskegee. And I think I've seen a couple field shows here and there. Just like 1 or 2, I think. And that's it. And we're officially done with the SWAC, and we could do the official SWAC tier list. Hey, better late than never, but we getting it out. So, hey, I really appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing y'all both some love. I'm finna get up out of here, guys. And like I tell y'all always, deuces.